The 2023 FRQ on sampling was: a developer wants to know whether adding fibers to concrete used in paving driveways will reduce the severity of cracking, because any driveway with severe cracks will have to be repaired by the developer. The developer conducts a completely randomized experiment with 60 new homes that need driveways. 30 of the driveways will be randomly assigned to receive concrete that contains fibers, and the other 30 driveways will receive concrete that does not contain fibers. After 1 year, the developer will record the severity of the cracks in each driveway on a scale of 0 to 10, with 0 representing not cracked at all and 10 representing severely cracked. Part A. Based on the information provided about the developer's experiment, identify each of the following: experimental units, treatments, and the response variable. Part B. Describe an appropriate method the developer could use to randomly assign concrete that contains fibers and concrete that does not contain fibers to the 60 driveways. Part C. Suppose the developer finds that there's a statistically significant reduction in the mean severity of cracks in driveways using the concrete that contains fibers compared to the driveways using concrete that does not contain fibers. In terms of the developer's conclusion, what is the benefit of randomly assigning the driveways to either the concrete that contains fibers or the concrete that does not contain fibers?
Part A of this FRQ is just asking us to identify the experimental units, the treatments, and the response variable of the experiment. So first, the experimental units are what the treatments are being imposed on. In the FRQ, it states that the 60 driveways will be assigned to the two different treatments. So our experimental units are the 60 driveways. Next, it states that the two treatments that the driveways are being randomly assigned to are that the one will receive the concrete that contains fibers, and the other one will receive concrete that does not contain fibers. So those are our two treatments. Last, the response variable is the variable that's being measured or recorded. The last sentence of the FRQ mentions that the developers will record the severity of the cracks on a scale of 0 to 10 after 1 year, so that is our response variable.
Describe an appropriate method the developer could use to randomly assign the concrete that contains fiber and concrete that does not contain fibers to the 60 driveways. The developer should first assign each driveway a number 1 through 60. Then, using a random number generator with the values 1 through 60, the developer should select 30 unique numbers and assign them to the concrete containing fiber. We randomly assign to reduce bias. Then assign the remaining 30 houses to the concrete not containing fiber.
So part C is asking what the benefit of randomly assigning the driveways to either have the fibers or not have the fibers is. And basically, because you're randomly assigning the driveways, you're going to get groups that are roughly equal. So the only difference between them is the assigned treatment. So if the developer finds a statistically significant difference in the amount of cracks and the severity of cracks, they can conclude that it's due to the treatment and not another confounding variable. So basically, they can establish the cause and effect relationship by having the random assignment.